Now, Storm Tracker 12 weather with Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman.
We'll be cranking up the heat this weekend. We have extreme heat warnings in place for all of our west side valleys. Also, we have a heat advisory in place for the Klamath Basin, the rest of the east side, eastern Siskiyou County, and into the Mount Shasta area. These alerts go from 2 p.m. on your Saturday through 8 p.m. Monday at least, but this will be a longer duration heat wave for the region. Here's a look at what we're expecting for high temperatures over the next few days. Highs at least getting into the triple digits in the Rogue Valley. In the Klamath River Valley in western Siskiyou County, we could see temperatures approaching 110 degrees, especially Sunday. The basin upper 90s to near 100, and it'll be even heating up in the mountains. The coast will be warm, but nothing compared to the heat that we're going to see inland. Also some areas of haze to contend with for your Saturday in the region, up to 103 degrees in Medford, 97 in Klamath Falls. The Checo effect and those gusty winds should get Brookings up into the 80s once again for you folks. And then taking a look at the game forecast for the Rogues on your Saturday, game 2 against the Potters. We'll be seeing some pretty hot conditions, still above 100 degrees for first pitch. It will be a little bit breezy though. Winds will diminish and we'll only just be getting out of the 90s by the time we get towards 9 o'clock. Here's a look at that weekend forecast. It's going to be a hot one, up to 100 degrees in Grants Pass tomorrow, 101 on your Sunday. Temperatures do bump up for inland areas. Not going to be as warm in Brookings, up to about 76 degrees on Sunday, but still looking at some fairly warm weather for the coast. Winds will stay pretty gusty. Applegate Lake, good option to cool off this weekend, but once you get out of the water, it'll still be pretty toasty, up around 99 degrees both Saturday and Sunday. The beach, it is going to be warm and windy though for the Oregon coast. Highs in the 70s, some 80s for the Brookings area, especially Saturday. The big story will be those winds. And then taking a look at Crater Lake, another good option to beat the heat over the next few days. Highs will be generally in the upper 70s, especially Sunday through the weekend. Looks great to hit up Crater Lake. And then taking a look at Stormcast. Dry conditions tomorrow, lots of sunshine. As we head on into Sunday, though, there is just a slight chance of a pop-up thunderstorm on the east side and down into Siskiyou County, mainly through Klamath Lake and Siskiyou County. Nothing expected to be too terribly widespread. We'll also be watching for maybe some more thunderstorm opportunities later next week. Here's your 7-day forecast for the coast. Bright skies, generally warm temperatures and gusty winds the next few days, but the marine layer does make a return, more of an onshore flow and a cool down for the second half of this upcoming week. Northern California, very hot stretch of weather, a slight chance of a stray thunderstorm on Sunday. We'll also have that potential of a stray thunderstorm on the east side on Sunday, with highs making a run towards 100 degrees. It stays pretty hot, well into the 90s early next week. Up in the mountains, we'll be seeing those temperatures awfully warm, well above average right through the weekend. And then in the Rogue Valley, some scorching temperatures, highs into the triple digits, and we'll be watching late next week for just a slight chance of a thunderstorm.